So if you're not new to the party, you will know that on Tuesdays it is update day for Modern Warfare. And I mean, today's update came out a little late. They're supposed to come out at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 10 a.m. Pacific. And this update didn't come out until hours after that. But this update is the first update of Season 2, and I have to say, it's not that big, but there are definitely some new items that we need to talk about, including some changes, some new game modes, and of course, some store items as well. On top of that, later on in the video, we're also going to be talking about what wasn't in this update, which is kind of interesting because some of the things that aren't in it were promised to us on the first day of Season 2. Now, before we dive into the rest of the update, I just thought I'd let you guys know that as soon as this video goes live, so right now, if you're watching it, I'm going to be streaming over on Twitch. It's the first link down in the description, and I'm actually going to be doing an open lobby, which means you guys are actually going to get the opportunity to play with me. Whether you're on PS4, Xbox, or PC, you're going to have the opportunity to play with me. So if you want to check that out, it'll be the first link down in the description. And on top of that, it's going to be the last stream I'm doing with the drops enabled for Modern Warfare. So if you want to earn yourself some items, you just have to come by the stream, watch, and you will earn some items for free. So hopefully I see you there later tonight. Like I said, first link down in the description. But anyway, back to the video. So the first thing we're going to look at here is the playlist updates today. So the first new mode that we have is NVG Reinforce. And as far as what this game mode is, it's Reinforce, which is basically like Search and Destroy meets Domination. So basically you have one life. However, if one of your teammates captures a flag, all of your team actually respawns. It's almost like a jailbreak. Now, I should mention that this game mode is 4v4, not 5v5 or 6v6, so it does play a little bit slower, but the fact that you can revive your teammates makes it speed up a little bit. On top of that, there's this really weird thing. If the round ends due to time, even if you're up flags, even if you're up people, it's a draw. I don't think that's right. I think it should either be whoever has more flags or whatever team has more people alive should win at the end of the time. But right now, it is just a draw. Now, I'm not going to lie, I actually find Reinforce kind of fun. However, I don't really like night modes in this game. Now, it's interesting because back in the beta, this is something I thought I was going to really enjoy once the game came out. But now that the game's actually out, I find myself actually not liking it every time a night vision map comes up. Now, an interesting thing is that I don't totally understand why they have to have a separate playlist for night vision reinforced and reinforced, why they just can't be put together. I guess it's because you can't actually vote on the game mode or map when you're in game like previous Call of Duty. So what I would prefer is for them to have them put together and then have you be able to vote before the game. But it doesn't appear as that's something that they are actually going to be adding into the game. So as far as what I think of this game mode, I like Reinforced. Don't love night vision, so I guess put together, it's just kind of okay. The second new game mode that they added in is Rust 1v1s. Nope, you didn't hear me wrong. Now, if you're an OG, way back in the day, they used to call this cage match, and what it is you hop in, and it's basically like a free-for-all game, but there's only 2 people in the game. It's funny because Rust was kind of like the go-to 1v1 map back in the day, and now they've added it in as a game mode. Now, is it the best way to rank up? No, but it is a lot of fun, and of course, as always with this kind of thing, there's going to be a lot of trash talkers in there. I'm also really curious to see whether they add Shipment into this as well for future weeks, because Shipment's also a classic 1v1 map, so I'm curious to see if they add it in with Rust or as a separate playlist going on in the future. Personally, not something I'm going to play that frequently, but it's fun to do in small little spurts. The other thing that I have to mention, and I think this is pretty awesome, they actually named the playlist 1v1 Me Bro, which I think is freaking fantastic. Another playlist that was added in this week is, first of all, Rust 24/7 was taken out, but they added Flotation Oxidation, which is a combination of both Shipment and Rust 24/7. So if you're a fan of those maps, you can play that playlist. The final thing with playlists is it also appears as though gunfight tournaments are here for another week. Now, I don't know how long these are here to stay for. It seems as though they are the same prizes as they were last week if you win the tournament. Personally, I would be okay with if gunfight tournaments just stuck around inevitably, and then they added new prizes in every week or every 2 weeks, and that way there's always another reason to be playing these tournaments. The other thing you need to know about is for this weekend, it's going to be double weapon XP weekend. So if you need to rank up some weapons, you're going for Damascus, or maybe you want to rank up the new UMP or the new Grau, this weekend is going to be a great weekend to do so. So as far as the store items this week, we got actually some pretty good stuff, but it's kind of expensive. The first one is called the Tracer Pack Anime. and it's got some pretty good looking weapons. First of all, we've got the Breakup. This is basically an M16 variant of the M4, and it's pink, and it has some anime stuff on it, and looks pretty good. Now, I don't love the burst version of the M4, so I probably won't use that on it, but I might use the skin itself. And then the second thing is the P90. This one's actually a pretty decent for a hipfire P90, and it looks pretty good while it's doing it. Other than that, you just get some pink stuff, and it's going to cost you 1,800 COD points, or about $18, which honestly, for what you're getting here, I think is a little bit expensive. The second bundle is the Tactical Human 3. You start this one off with a skin for Sid that actually does make her look a little bit different, wearing some yoga pants. After this, you get some green weapons. This one's called the Vespertine. I think I'm saying that right. And I really hate that they keep putting like 4x scopes and long scopes on these SMG blueprints, because I'm not using those. And then after that, you get a green pistol as well. And then a Fitbit. Literally, that looks exactly like a Fitbit. A finishing move that is literally just throwing a bunch of throwing knives. I actually think it looks pretty cool. And that is pretty much it. You also get one tier skip with that as well. That one's going to be 2,000 COD points, or about $20, which I think is more on par for all the items you're getting in this one. And then finally, the Hazardous. This one, essentially, you're only getting 2 weapon blueprints. The Fuel Rod, which is an AX50 variant. I do think it looks pretty good. And then the second one is the Isotoper, which is a pistol. Now, this one's 1,500 COD points, and for basically 2 blueprints, I think it's a little bit expensive. Now, what's interesting is looking at the Season 2 roadmap, you can see on the right-hand side, in this season, they were planning on adding a bunch of different game modes, and today, we got NVG Reinforce, which is cool and all, but it's weird because the things that they said were coming on day 1 were still missing a new gunfight map. Now, this map is bizarre, and we've seen it in the trailer. However, it was supposed to come out on day 1, and a week into the season, the map still isn't out. Now, I don't know whether this is because there's bugs with the map, or they didn't like the way it was designed. They haven't really communicated that, but as of right now, it still isn't in the game, and I'm actually real curious to see where the hell it is. In fact, if you head over to the Trello board, it actually says that the release date on it is still to be decided, as well as gunfight tournaments with new rewards. So there's no actual time as to when those are going to be coming. I would expect them to be somewhat soon though. That being said though, if you look at the rest of the Trello board, there's really not that much else that's actually currently fixed and is going to be in the next update, which kind of tells me that the next title update, or update 1.15, probably isn't going to be coming out for a while, at least the next couple of weeks. But just in case you were wondering, there are a couple of things that they're working on that do kind of surprise me or make me think. The first of which is player collision. They are still trying to fix player collision to where it is not in the game. I don't know why they're having so much trouble with this. Infinite Warfare had no player collision on teams, so I don't know why it's so hard for them to implement it into this game. Also, slide canceling. Now, I like slide canceling. I kind of want it to stay in the game, but they're working on taking it out completely and making it so that there's a constant recovery state after sliding. I don't like that, but it's something they've been working on for, I literally think, 2 months now, and is still not in the game and is still not scheduled for an update. So when that happens, I don't know. There's also a ton of bug fixes. I know tack insertions don't work properly on Rust. They're trying to fix that. On top of that, there is some frame dropping on 2 of the new maps, both Boneyard, the Ground War map, and Rust as well, which they are both trying to fix. Based off of everything that we are seeing here, the lack of things on the Trello board, I am guessing we're still a couple weeks off of another update 1.15. So we'll have to wait to see when that actually happens. My guess, it's probably going to happen when Warzone or the new Battle Royale actually comes out. So as always, guys, I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about this update. Do you like what they're doing with the night vision mode and the gunfight tournaments and everything that they're adding in? What do you think of the new maps? I've been asked a lot what I think of the map Superstore. I think it is an absolutely terrible map, one of the worst in the games. Actually borders with Piccadilly for the worst map of the game, but hey, that's just my opinion. But like I said before, I want to hear what you guys have to say about that down in the comment section. And as always, if you do enjoy these type of videos, want to stay up to date on everything Call of Duty, on everything Modern Warfare, the best way to do so is make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you turn notifications on, and you'll be updated whenever I upload a video. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
Listen!